Rinseless washes, they scare me. Can't help it, it's just not natural to me. But with garage queens that need the regular dust over and busy lifestyles, meaning I don't always have all that time I need to get out and look after the dailies, can garage therapy convince me that rinseless is the future? Let's take a look. Hello and welcome back to the Golf Diaries. My name's Mark, and if you're into all things VW and detailing, then hopefully you've come to the right place. So today, rinseless washes. This one's from Garage Therapy, but there are many on the market. They scare me. I can't help it. It's unnatural to me. I'm old school. I think that you should be using maybe not a 2-bucket method, but certainly a safe bucket wash, pressure washer, the whole 9 yards. Yeah. Can Garage Therapy convince me that rinseless is worth a shot? So what are rinseless washes, and why should I, or more importantly you, consider adding them to your arsenal? Well, for me, it's twofold. First of all, these garage queens here, they do get very dusty here in the garage. I'll overlay a couple of shots just to see if, hopefully it shows on camera just how dusty they do get. And so it's not always possible to kind of start them up and get them outside and wash them down. And it's a lot of faff, it takes a lot of time. But also the dailies, I'm busy, just like I'm sure you are. I've got a full-time job, family, household stuff to do, although I try and avoid that if I can. And yeah, trying to build a YouTube community here for us, it all takes time. So sometimes, I like a clean car, but I just don't have the time or frankly the energy some days to get all the pressure washer and everything out to do a full wash. So for me, if rinseless can just shortcut that, not every wash, but shortcut it just for a spruce up, just for a quick clean, then I'm all for it. Now, I've never used rinseless before, so what you're about to see is a genuine first use with you. No practice, as I've said before. You don't get to practice before you use something for the first time, so why should I? So you will get my honest and very immediate reactions. Enter Garage Therapy. As I said earlier in the video, there are of course many out there, ONR being perhaps the most well-known of all of them, but yeah, as I have been accused of, and actually, I'm not even going to deny it, I am a bit of a Garage Therapy fanboy, so I thought I'd give this one a go first. So what actually is it? Well, it is a cleaning solution that doesn't need rinsing with water. So it's eco-friendly. It is made up of polymers and surfactants to kind of encapsulate the dirt. Don't give me anything with more than 3 syllables. You don't know this, but it's gone 10 o'clock at night. Frankly, I struggle with more than 2. But anyway, back to the point, Mark. Come on, you're waffling. Nothing new. Garage Therapy, I still can't say it. You know what? This is going to make a great outtake video. It lifts the dirt away from the surface and allows you to clean the car in a very safe manner. Speaking of safe, this is safe on all surfaces apparently. I've yet to try it, but this is what Garage Therapy say, including leather and interior plastics. So perhaps that's one I'll come back to another day and do another video. It also has demineralising properties. Hey, I managed that word. I'm getting better. I'm waking up. The coffee's kicking in. And it's also highly dilutable. Now, the thing is with a lot of rinseless washes, as I've seen people mention on YouTube and elsewhere, that some of the dilution ratios are a little bit odd. Now, I'm sure there's scientific reasons for this, and there's absolutely perfectly good reasons for this. But for example, I've got the mixture I'm about to use mixed at 1 to 256. And yeah, so I'll let you do the maths on that one. But so yeah, you can have it in various dilution ratios, but I think 1 to 128 and 1 to 256 and another one. So yeah, I will put those down on the screen down below for your information. Price-wise, Garage Therapy are always there or thereabouts on the money with their pricing. So this, for a 500ml bottle like this, is £14. The 1 litre bottle is £21, and then the big 5 litre is £55. But I'd probably argue that the amount of this stuff you actually use, unless you've got a fleet of cars or you're in the trade, maybe 5 litres is perhaps overkill. But we'll come back to that at the end of the video. Now that's what Garage Therapy say, so now it's time to find out what I have to say. Again, less than 3 syllable words would be quite appropriate in this instance. So right now we're going to get onto this dusty old thing here and get cracking, and let's find out what all this is about. So I've mixed the Garage Therapy solution into a 1 to 256 dilution, both in a wash bucket, which is just down there out of shot, and also from that wash bucket I have filled up a pump sprayer with the solution as well. Now what I'll be doing with this is I'll be pre-spraying onto the panel. I'm just going to use the bonnet to show you, and maybe this wing here as well as we get further into it. I'll pre-spray that and then just leave it for a few seconds and then go in with some microfibers, which I'll talk about in a second. Now this is, I appreciate right now you are talking to a headless body, so I do apologise, but I'm sure you'd rather look at the car than look at my ugly features. But yeah, this is thanks to Martin, Obsessive Car Detailer. Martin, if you are watching, thank you, and I hope you're feeling a bit better. Yeah, you know, I took a lot of advice from both himself and from other research that I've done as to the best way to apply this. And to be fair, Garage Therapy, as usual, were very helpful. Just reach out to them on the Facebook group, they'll always help you. Now, you can use a wash noodle, but after taking Maz at Garage Therapy's advice, I'm going to use microfibers. So they are, as you can see, folded, and I'm just going to pop a couple of those into the wash bucket down there, which, trust me, they have gone into the wash bucket. And then what we will do is we will start applying. So hopefully you can see the bonnet okay from there. Now, the beauty of a rinseless system, all being well, is that I'm about to find out, is that because I'm in the garage, obviously any drips you can just mop up afterwards, and if anything you get the bonus of it also cleaning your floor. So hey, good, 2 in 1. Right, so here we go. So just spray fairly liberally. Now, forgive me if I'm putting a bit too much on, but I am just genuinely quite concerned about doing this because it's just so alien to me. So now I'm just taking the microfiber. Unfortunately, I can't quite get that into shot, so apologies. But I'm just taking the microfiber and wringing it out a little bit. So it's just, it's wet. You know, it is dripping a little bit. I don't know whether you can pick that up, but it's certainly not pouring out all over the floor. Now here goes. Honestly, this is the most nerve-wracking thing I've done in a long time. So, One Direction, they're an awful group. Sorry, my opinion. I don't want to be sued by some record company exec. And then do that, then turn over. Now, it does make sense to do this in the One Direction, as I said, because clearly you don't really want to rub any dirt in. Now, typical man, I can't do 2 things at once, so I did actually do 2 passes with that one side of the microfiber because I was talking. So there you go. So then just turn it over and continue. Turn and continue. You get the picture. Now, the great thing is, genuinely, there is none on the floor. I mean, we'll see in a minute if it's worked. That's when it'll be great. And I'm just going to quickly go around the top bits there, around the windscreen wipers. So that's that. Just dump that microfiber down there. Now we're going to take a drying towel. This is a Clean Korea drying towel, still one of the best on the market as far as I'm concerned. Slightly damp already because I have washed the car a little while ago and it hasn't quite dried out yet. And yes, I know the purists will say I should have put it in the wash after, but I knew I was doing this, so I didn't. So you do you, I do me, and between us we'll get to the solution, won't we? So I mean, it's taken the dirt off. Not really sure what else I can add at this precise second, but There's a little bit of smearing here, but it is a slightly odd temperature. I wouldn't want to do this in direct sunlight, and if I did do it in direct sunlight, I'd probably move a lot quicker than I am doing right now. In fact, any weather, I'd probably move a bit quicker, but I'm talking to you, and I generally can't do two things at once. So here we go. We're going to move around here. Should still be in shot. Hopefully you can see this bit down here, and we'll just do the same again. Nice soaking like that. And then over here, excuse me walking in front of the camera. Now this time I'm going to try and hold this up so you can actually see what I'm doing. So just just wring out, not rinse. This is rinseless. We don't do rinses with rinseless. You wring it out, and just to the point where it's just dripping, but it's not obviously pouring out of the microfiber. These are Garage Therapy microfibers. I'm quite impressed with their microfibers, I've got to be honest. I've been using them for quite some time. So again, One Direction. Anyone know any One Direction songs? I don't. Notice how quickly I got the I don't in. No, if you do, that's fine. That's fine. I have been known to sing cheesy pop. I won't do it now, don't panic. So that's that. I mean, I've got to say, it is doing a very good job. Now, apologies, you are seeing a very odd angle of me. I don't think there's a good angle of me, but there you go. Yeah, I think it works. Right, let me just tidy up, and I'll sit back down and we'll have a chat about it. Thoughts on Garage Therapy Rinseless. Now, I can't compare it to any other product of its type on the market because, as you know, this is the first time I've ever used Rinseless. But does it work? Yes, it works. I'll overlay a couple of shots here, showing you the finish that was left after I'd kind of finished off the bonnet and also just wiped down the windscreen as well. There were some odd marks on the glass as well. I have no idea what it was, but it took them off really, really nicely. So yeah, not a bad glass cleaner either. Yeah, it does work. It has to say, it smells really nice. I can't put my finger, this doesn't help you in the slightest, but when I say this is not the most amazing review you're ever going to hear in terms of the smell, because I can't actually tell you what it smells of, but it does smell rather nice. In fact, this is not going to help you. This is going to help you even less when I say it actually reminds me of a smell from my grandparents' house from obviously many years ago. I've got no idea what it is, but yeah, you kind of doing the work on the bonnet, and I was just getting all these kind of memories of childhood at my grandparents' house. It's very bizarre, but yeah, that aside, odd look into my mind there. Yeah, it's a very nice smelling product, and it's effective. Now, you may wonder why I chose to do it on this. Two reasons. First of all, this is the darkest colour car that I've got in order to show you how it works in the best possible light. But also, being brutally honest, I was too scared to use it on the anniversary. The anniversary's got perfect paint. This one hasn't. This needs a good machine polish. So I thought, well, if it's going to induce any marring, let it do it on this one. It's going to get machine polished in the next few weeks anyway. But as far as I can see, it hasn't done anything like that. And, you know, I'm sure I was just panicking about nothing. Now, in terms of will I use it again, is it a keeper or is it a binner? It's definitely a keeper. I do see a use for this going forward. I think, as I said at the outset, if you are time crunched, if you've got a daily that you just want to keep on top of, but you haven't got time to keep going out and washing it and getting all the paraphernalia out, then yeah, this is probably a good way of going forward. I wouldn't use it on a really filthy car. Maybe that's just me. I don't really think that's really what it's designed for. Mud and things like that, probably not a good idea. But that's just my take on it. But yeah, for light dusting, for the old, maybe not the Sahara dust, but the dust that we get during summer, I definitely would use this on my daily, and I wouldn't, no qualms on that at all. Even on the Land Rover, which has got ridiculously soft paint, I'd quite happily use this. And I will, in fact, I might even do a short on it just to prove what I'm about to say. I will use it on the anniversary. For anyone who's got garage cars, you'll know that the constant fight against dust is a real problem. So actually this, I think, is great. There is no mess on the floor whatsoever. I've used very little water, so it's eco-friendly. I don't really know what's to dislike about it. It just seems to work. Now, I'll continue to play with it. This was very much a kind of first look, no more than that. I'm not saying rush out and buy it or anything like that. I need to try it some more. But first impressions are very, very good, and I'm glad I tried it. In terms of which bottle I will go for, I mean, I've got a feeling this might last me some time. I will probably go with the litre bottle next. I certainly don't need the 5 litre bottle, but I think the litre is the right amount at £21. That's going to last me a very long time. I think that's the right amount to have, but that's for me, for my 2 dailies and these 2 in here. Yeah, I'm impressed. Garage Therapy, you've done it again. It's a really good product. Maybe I will go out and I'll try some other rinseless washes for sure and compare and contrast over the next few months, and I'll bring that to the channel. But for now, I have bored you for long enough. You have seen odd angles of my head. You have heard me talking about pop songs. You have heard me waffling even more than I normally waffle, and you've heard me really struggle with anything that has more than 3 syllables in. I think my job here is done. So until next time, take care, stay safe. Bye for now.